Good afternoon, everyone. I've just been working through a little bit of a design for my bathroom space, and I've actually just been out picking up a couple of deliveries at the post office, and I also went down to the shops and grabbed a couple of little storage things, and I thought today we could do a little bit of a bathroom makeover because a lot of the things in my home are still just really not organized. When I moved, it was like pure chaos. I was basically starting a new job, moving house. My parents were here. There was so many things going on in my life at that point that a lot of stuff just got shoved away in the cupboards. So it kind of looks tidy if you look at it, but if you know what's going on below the surface, it is not good. So I really wanted to start to get a couple of like routines and systems and things in place that are really going to make my home space flow a lot better, because that's sort of how I prefer to feel really calm in my space. If I sort of know where to find everything, there's products that are like being thrown out if they're expired in the bathroom, for example, and everything else is just really stacked and organized. So if I'm doing like a grocery run, I'm not buying shampoo if I don't need it or whatever, because it's just absolutely chaotic. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I thought I might start by showing you all the little bits and pieces that I got, and then we can kind of style them up. So I have sort of tonally made them, like, I guess very neutral, like vanilla-y, sort of creamy white colors and things like that. So I've got a small DIY. I need to paint up an old vase because it is pink and I just really want it to be white so it kind of fits in, and it is a very hot day here, so it's the perfect time to paint it, pop it out on the balcony, and that should dry really quickly. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. I absolutely love doing these little room makeovers. It just means my house feels so much more aesthetically pleasing and organized, and who doesn't want that? So I will try and pop the things in the description box if you're looking for any of them, but let's get going. I just popped everything on the bench out here because there was a little bit to go through, so I feel like this is kind of the easiest place to lay everything out while I get organized within the space and start moving things around. So one of the first items I grabbed was actually from Cotton. These were really cheap, and they're just little storage cubes that kind of pop up and they've got little lids on them and stuff, and I thought they would be really great for inside the actual cupboard. So I ended up getting 3 of those in the white color. They also come in a bunch of other colors if you're someone who's a little bit more adventurous with that kind of thing, but plain is usually best for me. I then also picked up 3 of these 550ml glass jars just from Kmart, and I think these were only $7 each, and they're just the perfect size. I also measured up my shelf to make sure that 3 of them could fit next to each other, and I think that'll just be for like Q-tips and cotton buds and things like that. I also have 2 beautiful little candles. I've got this wavy designed kind of one, and then I also have this little torso one, and these are both from a brand called Sonder Wick, and I just thought that could be perfect on bench decor if I wanted to ever light them and kind of have a little bit of added ambiance or something in the space. I also grabbed a little tumbler from Kmart. This is just in the sand kind of color, and again, just to sort of blend in with some of these elements with that natural kind of theme. I also got paint from Bunnings. I've been a busy girl running around getting all of this, but I got some sample pot brushes and my paint. I also got this one, natural white paint, and these are only $5 when you buy them in store, maybe $5.50 I think, and that's enough paint to be able to do the DIY. And the DIY will be getting done on this vase, which I've had for a little while. Again, it was just a cheap Kmart one, but it's kind of like a baby pink color and it doesn't match anything in my home, so I'm just going to give that a fresh lick of white paint and clean that up a little. The other item is some new hand towels in, like, again, a bit of a stony beigey sort of color. And the last item is another Alive set, which if you watch my kitchen makeover, you would have seen that I got a little matching kitchen set from that brand, and they also have like bathroom wash sets as well. So I ended up picking that up because I thought that would be really nice to carry on the theme, but that's everything that I've got. So I guess now we can go and have a look at the bathroom space and I'll show you what I'm thinking. The first part of this bathroom is this black perforated shelf, and I've just got a couple of Aesop products there, and I also just have the absolute pure chaos of my daily beauty products and PR and all sorts of things that are stacked here. So that is what I just absolutely cannot stand looking at. I think it looks horrible. And just to be realistic and transparent, I did my makeup before starting this video videos, so I need to clean this entire area off, and normally all of that stuff gets stacked in behind the mirror here, so I just wanted to be totally realistic because our homes are not spotless and minimalist and immaculate all the time. We do live in them, so that's sort of how my stuff ends up sometimes, and it's quite literally because I haven't organized this space, and that is why I'm so looking forward to it, because I hate looking at clutter and mess, and I definitely know I can do this better. I also got this cool toothpaste holder a little while ago, and it's very handy. You literally just put the toothbrush in there and it spits out a perfect amount of toothpaste. So I love these little hacks for saving space in your bathroom. First things first, I'll do the painting DIY of that vase so I can chuck it out on the balcony and have it dry while we get on with the other bits and pieces. I just built these 3 little crates and they were so easy. Literally, you just pull them up and then the sides pop out. So definitely recommend for anyone who hates flat packs if you have a bit of a low tolerance, because this was literally the easiest thing I've ever put together. So now I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning out the cupboard so I can reorganize everything into these crates. So I just tested if the crates would fit, and 2 fit in the bottom, but this one doesn't fit in the top because the shelf is too small. So I'm actually just going to jump in there and drop the shelf down just by one of the little notches so that everything can all fit in properly. First crate, I think I'll fill up with hair products. I do get sent a lot of hair products as PR, and there is just way too many to ever keep in my shower or bathroom, and I'm very fortunate for this because I have long hair, so I go through hair products incredibly quickly, but I definitely need a better way to organize them so I can see clearly everything that I've got. And that's kind of why I wanted the crates as well, because I'll just be able to like slide things out instead of having to rip through a cupboard and try and find stuff. First one done. This is now all full of hair products. I've got some scalp masks, some shampoo and conditioner, some rollers and things, and that's all related stuff. So it's all been popped into this crate and I'm just going to chuck that on the top shelf. I also popped the rest of my hair related stuff up on that top shelf as well. So I've got a mermaid waver and my curlers and all those kinds of heating tools. So they're all going to go stacked in that part of the cupboard as well. Next up will be any skincare. So I've got cleansers, moisturizers, there's face masks, all sorts of stuff, and I'm going to pop all of that in here. This is another one all done. I've popped all of the skincare and tools and things in there. I've got a face brush, I've got a body brush, I have my little micro needling roller, and all different kinds of creams and things as well. I've also chucked out a couple of things that were expired and just products that I definitely didn't enjoy using. So all of that is nice and organized, and I'm going to put this one in the cupboard as well. Last crate to fill up, and this one is going to be miscellaneous things like makeup and teeth whitening and all of those kinds of bits and pieces. So I definitely have a whole bunch of spare makeup brushes, makeup, sponges, all sorts of different things, and I feel like that would be best placed in here for when I run out of any of my products up in the top main cupboard where I keep everything, and then I can just kind of restock them from this basket. That's the last of the crates all filled up, and then I just have a couple of little bits and pieces on the floor which I need to find a home for. That is looking so much better now. It's much easier knowing all the crates are totally organized with my products. And aside from the little mess of hair styling things on the side, it actually is just so much more relaxing to look at this space knowing that I've decluttered a whole bunch of things and been able to get everything organized. Okay, I've cleared off the bench space now, so I'll give it a really good wipe down, clean this entire area, and then we can style something up there as well. So that is the bench space all styled up now with the set from Alive, and I also included some little fake flowers in the little tumbler, which was from Kmart, and my beautiful candles from Sonder over here as well. I think this looks so lovely. It's very neutral, very on trend, and a really nice little addition for the bathroom. Next step is to fill up these 3 glass jars with a bunch of the different products I have laying around, and I want to stack them in this little shelf section over here. So I've just filled up these jars with a bunch of products, but as with many things that you purchase online, even though I measured my shelves, it said that 3 would fit, and they just don't quite fit. So for now, I'm just going to stack them like this for a little trio, but I think what I'll end up doing is getting a 4th one to put on top here, and then I can use some other sort of container or something here. But I ended up popping in some Pixters in this one, and I also got them in a neutral color so they would blend with the bathroom aesthetic. I've got some earbuds and makeup wipes, and in the final one I've got my teeth whitening strips that I use every single day. So now all of these items are much more organized and really tidy on this shelf over here. I just filled up this spare little container with some hair elastics as a little bit of a placeholder until I get the 4th jar, but that area is all done, and now I just need to go and get my DIY from outside to put up on this shelf here. Last thing to get added in is this beige hand towel, which also fits in with the color scheme of everything that I've been updating in here today. So this place annoyingly didn't come with a hook for a hand towel, and something I ended up adding on was this little suction cup one for my hair dryer, and then I also, just above this toothpaste holder, I've got one for a hand towel. So I ended up just getting this little suction thing from Bunnings. It was really affordable, and that means I can pop the hand towel up there and keep it dry. Lastly, I got the vase, which was painted up white, and I think because the material was already a little bit rough and porous, it just absorbed the paint super quickly. So even though it was only about an hour, it is already all dry and ready to get stacked on this shelf. And then I have all of my other bits and pieces that I've styled down below. So I think all in all, this is looking a lot better than it was, and I'm just really happy with how everything has turned out. That is everything for today's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed doing this little bathroom makeover with me. I think it looks so much better, but most importantly, it is just way more practical to use the space now. It has a little point of arrival in terms of the basin styling for any guests that come over, and just for me every day to be able to look at something really aesthetically pleasing and beautiful, but also just having the added functionality of everything all organized under the sink space, which makes my heart sing because it drives me absolutely insane, and I feel like I lose sleep when things are really really cluttered and messy. So it's been really nice to declutter and spend the day with you all, and I hope this has inspired you to clean up a couple of spaces in your home, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.